Oh, good, it's a box in a box. There she is. Am I going to pick this up one hand? There's some paper in there. Oh, I grabbed from that one. There we go. There it is. Alright, well, there is the new Chinese turbo for the Dakota. Let's get this thing. Looks like I'm going to be reusing gaskets, so that's great. Unless I have some sitting over here somewhere. But it was like 110 bucks. I'll put a link in the description for you guys in case you are curious. This turbocharger I'm running. That's kind of neat. They marked all the bolts. Of course, we're replacing the current one because the seals have they've given up. They are not happy. I think the thing that killed the seals was when the V6 on the Dakota left, like, head cracked or head gaskets went on it, mixing all that oil and coolant up. Turbos are picky about the type of oil that's able to get in them, and coolant infused oil is very sticky and dries up and crystallizes and does all kinds of nasty stuff inside of an engine. And I'm pretty sure that's what happened, is all that nasty oil gummed up those seals, and then as more oil gets past those seals, it gets in there, it gets in the little the little machined area where the seal sits, it cooks, it dries out and just gets nasty, and the burning oil and the leaking just gets worse and worse and worse until eventually it's pretty much a smoke screen every time the thing starts. So I think I might be able to fix that turbo. If I take it apart, I might be able to clean it up, but a new turbo was 110 bucks. A whole rebuild kit was $40, or a whole new one, whole new turbo starting fresh, 100 bucks or 110 bucks. It's hard to say no to that. So I guess next step would be to go out to the truck, start pulling the other turbocharger off of there. I'm gonna go digging through this stuff, see if there is a set of gaskets in there, because the pictures on the listing showed them. If there's not, I'll reuse my old ones. They're not old. They've been on there for a few weeks. So, but yeah, new turbo. We're gonna go get that installed today, and hopefully my burning oil problem has been solved. Well, I found the gaskets. They were on the other side of the box under another cardboard panel. So we've got inlet, outlet, oil feed, oil return, ready to go right there. And then this is interesting. I've never seen one of these. This is the like quality control thingy. I guess it measures the vibration of the turbo or something. But it's like a quality control sheet. I've never had one of these come with a Chinese turbo before. It's interesting. So, I mean, if this is real and they actually checked it, that's kind of cool. Because I know that back in the early days of the eBay turbos, the issue was that they weren't balancing them. So I wonder if that is... It's just weird. I've never found one of these come with one. Interesting. So, yeah, we got the gaskets and everything. So now we can go out to the truck and begin bolting that guy on. That's it. Alright, let's get this gasket out of here and all my bolts. Don't need them. I gotta swap flanges over and for the inlet and outlet for oil. Alright, and here's the look at that. Get some of that in the light. She was full of oil, just saturated. And there you go. Look at that. That's bad. And here's the I don't know, I'm not going to be able to demonstrate the shaft play very good. Let's see if it'll. That's the vertical one in there. There it is. Look at that. She was done. It looks like it's still, like I said, it's still rebuildable though, so maybe I'll get this done in the future and have it as a spare. But that's going to do this one in for the time being. Let's get these fittings for the oil. Where'd they go? Yeah, let's get those oil fittings swapped out, and I'll probably come out here and I'm going to clean up this gasket surface there. Downpipe should be okay. I'm going to leave that one as it is, but definitely want to seal that one up and put the new one back on. We are going to wrap things up for tonight because it's starting to get dark and I want to film this before it gets any darker out. But the new turbo is on. We've got it bolted in at the bottom. The downpipe is all the way back on. Oil and feed line are on. The filter's on. The charge pipe is all on. The only things left to hook up to this is the wastegate line, because of course I don't have a fitting on the compressor housing. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to install my boost controller up here on the inner fender somewhere, and just hook it up to that, and then hook the boost controller up to manifold vacuum. So I'll be doing that for that. And then the reinforcement bracket I made doesn't reach anymore. This compressor housing dimensions where like the bolts sit on the outside, or they're a little bit smaller of a circle, so I'm gonna have to extend that bracket and make it fit this one, which isn't a big deal, but I do have to do that. So but yeah, for now I'm gonna call this here. I might fire it up and see if we have any fluid leaks. That way tomorrow I can just come out here, finish those two things, and change my plug gap, and then this thing will be done. But yeah, it's fitting good, bolted up good. The downpipe fits exactly where it was before, so you know, just hanging out down there. Everything is looking good so far. So it's those two things, and then we'll get the spark plug gap done, and then this thing will be ready to go back out again. So we'll come back to this tomorrow and we'll get this finished up. Alright, this is the next day. It is very, very dark out, and I apologize for that, but we get the new turbo completely installed. So here is the modified bracket for bracing the turbo, and as you can see, I lengthened it here to bring it down so it actually bolts up, and then I welded a piece of tube across the top, and then I ran the line for my boost controller through that tube, then over to the boost controller, which is mounted up here on the fender. It is really dark out here. Right there, and then of course the hose runs from that down to the gate. So that was the last couple of little things to do, is get the boost controller on, get this bracket done, get the new hoses ran. I tightened up the fitting on the turbo, so that should not be leaking. It was a very slow leak before, so that should be fixed. And that is it. I don't think you're going to even be able to see me. Let's go in here. That's it. New turbo is installed. Got the old one sitting down here. I was trying to swap some parts around on this thing so I could use the other bracket and whatnot. But a few little things are different dimensionally on the compressor housing and whatnot. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. New turbo's in. It's functioning. Not burning oil anymore. We got to put the boost controller on, so that's done. We're very close to having this truck dialed in, ready for the dyno. That is going to be it for this video though, guys. Hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.